Is we live? They say we live. Oh, I got something to talk about. Yeah, I got something to talk about today. CIAA. CIAA visits Be More. That almost got past me. It almost got past me. Even though it didn't really make a difference one way or another. But with that whole tournament coming into the city, it's bringing a bag. It's bringing a bag with it. A bag come with that tournament. Yeah. But I just need to talk about a little couple of things that people coming into the city this week that you might just want to know why you're here. Things that you should know while you're in Baltimore for the CIAA. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm amping up. I'm amping up right now. It's time to get nervous. That's that BDP. Google it. And I do indeed mean that it's time to get nervous. It's indeed time to get nervous. Let me tell y'all what's going on in Baltimore, right along with the CIAA. You feel me? Yeah. And I even took some notes. I came with some notes today. I came with some freaking notes today. You know what I mean? The kid came with some notes today. You know what I mean? Came with some notes. Give me a second. Let me grab these. This troublemaking guy here. This troublemaking guy here. They say, okay, here come the troublemaker. Goes that guy. He's a freaking troublemaker. I know it just sounded like Grandma Couch from back in the 80s. You know what I mean? But I ain't got no money to buy me one of those fancy YouTube chairs. So I had to create a booster seat. You know what I mean? So bear with me. If you're bothered by my booster seat, then that means you really wasn't paying attention anyway. Pay attention. Pay attention and learn you something. Let me learn you something. You know what I mean? Also, when you're coming in the door, put some pressure on that like button. Do yourself a favor. Put some pressure on that like button. Put some pressure on the like button. If you ain't already a family member, put some pressure on the subscribe button as well. And then there's a bell right next to the word subscribe. That's the red word, red letters. There's a bell right next to it. Push that bell. Ding dong. You know what I mean? That way, you'll be notified every time I go live or drop any form of content on this channel. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. We about to get to it in a minute. Just allow me to set up the setup. You know what I mean? You say, well, why you ain't already had that set up? Because I didn't. Loads of entertainment just coming into the city this week. You can imagine. It's going to be up there this weekend. It's going to be up this weekend. Without a doubt, you hear me? Ooh wee. Some things to know while you're coming in to be more for the CIAA. Yeah, the thing already, it had already started because they've been here since I think what, the 22nd. Things started really, people started filing in on the 21st, and the tournament already is in, in effect right now, but it's finishing up the weekend, so really the majority of the people are going to funnel in, are really going to be funneling in through the day, through the weekend. And as you can imagine, here with any other place, things go up on the weekend. And I got some key things that you might want to know why you're here this weekend. And I assure you, what I'm going to talk about is probably the furthest thing that you could probably imagine. I assure you, it's the furthest thing from your imagination that you couldn't even imagine that would even be talked about in correlation with this tournament. Give me a second. Give me a second. Matter of fact, while I'm doing this, you can you could actually hit it's actually a button on there too. You could actually share this because you might not actually be attending CIAA, but you might have a friend or a family member that's actually attending CIAA. And you might want to give them this information. You might want to get this, you very well may want to get this information to them. Ooh, baby. I hope I don't get myself in no trouble. I hope I don't get myself in no trouble. You know? Excuse me. Had to do it. Let me just share some, some simple information with y'all for a moment, right? For those that might just happen to tune in, thinking this is just tournament talk, you know what I mean? I'll give you some, tournament information. You know what I mean? While we're, before I get to the meat and potatoes of the whole live, give you some tournament talk first, right? And as right now, I'm gonna say the teams that I see that are remaining in the tournament, I guess that'll be playing from now until throughout the weekend. As far as on the men's side, you have Fayetteville State University. You have Virginia Union University. You have Winston-Salem State University. You have St. Augustine University. This is on the men's side, right? Okay, y'all got that part, right? Got that part, okay. On the women's side of things, right? Teams that still have to play, right? Bowie State University, Virginia State University, Elizabeth City State University, Lincoln University, right? Now, those are the teams that are still, you know what I mean, that still remain in the tournament, right? Now, am I here to talk about brackets? Nah. I could care less, right? I could care less about any of that stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. Salute. That was my left hand. It might look like the right to you, but it was my left hand. Salute to all those teams I just mentioned. Salute to the players on all those teams that I just mentioned, because y'all put the work in to get there in the tournament, and y'all did y'all thing. So, again, salute to all the players on those teams, okay? But that's not really what I'm here for. This is not really what I'm here for. I'm here to share some information with you people, right? And this really doesn't have to do. What I'm here to the information I'm here to give. It goes in direct correlation with this tournament, right? And more so the people coming into the city to maybe enjoy the so-called you know what I mean? The festivities that surround the whole tournament, and some even come for the games, right? And what I say during this live doesn't in no way, shape, or form mean that I feel as though the tournament should not be held here, right? In no way, shape, or form, right? Not at all. Because I think our city is just as good as any city, right? And if it's going to bring a bag into the city and help the economy in some form, and as far as helping the economy, let's see what's expected just in generated income, right? Generated income that's going to supposed to trickle down into the economy with this tournament coming to Baltimore, right? And from what I found, it's being said that they're looking for this tournament to bring around $40 million to the city's economy, right? That's a bag. That's a bag, right? But what I'm really wondering is where this 40 million is going to go, right? I wonder where this 40 million is going to go, right? But this is what let's get into the whole reason why I'm here, right? I wanted to talk about the whole tournament, right? Really didn't want to talk about the tournament, right? I just want to talk about what's going on in the city where this tournament is being held, right? And it's my city. If you stumbled across the channel, you can read the name of my channel is Mind the Major Baltimore. So I'm not in California. I'm in Baltimore. This is home. This is home. So, but when you got to be spanked, you have to be spanked. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. You know what I mean? I'm going to just start off by saying this tournament was held in North Carolina. Was it Charlotte? For like at least 12 to 15 years in a row. And due to situations that happened during the time that this tournament was there, you know what I mean? I guess it brought some negative attention to the city or whatever, would cause the tournament to actually look for another place to, you know what I mean, hold this, you know what I mean? So Baltimore ended up being the lucky winner, right? Now, for those that don't know, when you have situations like this and you're vying for certain things that's going to generate money for your economy, right? You put in bids for these things, right? Bids are put in for these things. And now, if something is going to make money, you know, people say you got to spend money to make money. It's truth. You got to spend money to make money. So with that being said, if you stand to make $40 million, you know that there was a bag spent, right? There was a bag spent, right? Now, let's just get to this, right? And I don't watch the news. I'm gonna give you the truth. I don't watch news like that. I tend not to watch the news like that, right? Like local news and stuff like that. I tend not to watch it because it tends to be so depressing, right? So I catch certain things on the internet, so whatever, right? But T History, what's going on, bro? I mean, but I suffered a loss, right? I suffered a loss last week, right? Of a family member, right? Now, you figuring out, you know, trying to do certain things, get certain things situated or whatever, as far as the funeral and all that stuff, and dates, you know, come up with a date, and then it ended up having to be pushed back and so on and so forth. And you're trying to figure out, well, why is that? Then it's being said that, oh, the medical examiner is, they kind of backed up. You know what I mean? They're backed up. So, you know, it's going to take some time. You know what I mean? You might have to, they're not sure when they're going to be able to get to the autopsy. You know what I mean? So you hear something like that, you figure like, well, okay, maybe it's a couple days or whatever, right? Only to find out that as of February the 15th, right? As of February the 15th, the city morgue actually had more than 200 bodies, right? More than 200 bodies, right? Waiting to be autopsied, right? You know what I mean? You already know, bro. You know what I mean? More than 200 bodies waiting to be autopsied, right? And my family member just happens to be one of those people, right? So just imagine, and then you say to yourself, how does somebody end up with a backlog, right, of 200 bodies? And then the thought comes to mind, well, how many bodies do the city morgue hold, right? Because, you know, these bodies had to be refrigerated, basically frozen, right? So I looked this stuff up and come to find out they've been using a parking garage, right? I'm gonna repeat, a parking garage, right? A parking garage, doubling a parking garage as a morgue, right? Now, a parking garage. Now I'm saying that I'm trying to get this in my mind, right? I'm trying to get this in my mind. Now, how does a parking garage double as a morgue? You know what I mean? Because a parking garage, you got open air coming through there. So how does one, you know what I mean? How does one bike life? What's up, bro? How does bike life, you know what I mean? How does a parking garage double as a morgue? You know what I mean? Now, if you got a backlog of 200 bodies, that means that we got, they say we got 40 something murders, probably 50 something by now, right? For the year. But you got a backlog of 200 bodies, right? So that means you got people that are waiting to have funerals probably from a month ago. You know what I mean? From a freaking month ago. But you got a parking garage doubling as a freaking morgue, right? First of all, right? First of all, my problem is, you know what I mean? Exactly. Damn, right? My first question is, how in the hell does you get, how do you end up with a backlog of 200 bodies, right? Right? I mean, if you get backed up, right? If you get backed up, now I'm not even I'm not even a freaking rocket scientist, right? I'm not Elon Musk over here. You know what I mean? I'm not Elon Musk over here. But even I will have enough common sense to say, well, I can't handle this. I can't handle all this. Let me outsource some of this. Let me try to outsource some of this work and find a couple of accredited, you know what I mean, medical examiners to deal with this backlog, right? Now, granted, that would cost money, right? So you would think, well, maybe the budget didn't have this money, right? Maybe this money wasn't in the budget. You know what I mean? But then, right? And here it comes. But then you find out that Baltimore is hosting CIAA, right? We hosting CIAA, right? Yeah, we hosting CIAA. So how much money came out of the budget to get CIAA to come here, right? How much money came out of the budget to get that here? How much money came out of the budget to get that here, right? Well, there's nothing that we can change about that situation, right? See, now that's a situation that we can't even do nothing about because it's done, right? It's done. So we can do nothing about that, right? But this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted to get. This is where you get the correlation. You know what I mean? To what's going on here, as far as these backload of bodies that they got in a parking garage. You know what I mean? Where you got all types of oil drops on the ground and antifreeze and all that stuff. Because you know what I mean? And I'm thinking that they got refrigerated trucks, right? Now, refrigerated trucks. But even then, 200 bodies, right? That means that these bodies are just bagged. And for God's sakes, you know what I mean? I even hate to even think about it like this, but probably just stacked on top of one another, right? You know what I mean? You know, inside the morgue, they in drawers, right? They in drawers. But if you got an overflow, right? You got this overflow where so you got utilize a parking garage, right? You know these bodies are not in drawers, right? They're not in drawers. And they would have to be refrigerated. So how are these bodies being, my thing is, how are these bodies being sustained? You know what I mean? While they're waiting to be examined. You know what I mean? How are they being sustained? And a parking garage, man. You know what I mean? But hey, we got CIAA, right? It's gonna be lit, right? City gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit this weekend, right? It's gonna be lit, right? You already know. You already know, bro. You already know. You know what I mean? You already know. Exactly. And these are not my words. When I was looking at this stuff on the internet, when I was researching this stuff on the internet earlier, they was talking about medical examiners was saying that you had these bodies basically decaying. Well, when you have a dead body, you already know that it's decaying. So you have to keep these bodies basically frozen. You know what I mean? Frozen. You know what I mean? Decomposing. These bodies are decomposing. So you'll probably have a lot of these bodies, whenever they get to them, may be in a state of such decomposition that you can't even really autopsy them. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And I'm having issues with the whole thing because, like I said, I got peoples that's, you know what I mean, that's actually part of this pile up right now, right? And I'm having thoughts of, like, you know what I mean, how they treat my, you know what I mean, my people body, you know what I mean? But we got CIAA, y'all. We got CIAA. We got a tournament, right? You know what I mean? Don't worry about, they already gone, man. They already gone. Don't worry about them. They ain't feeling none of that. They can't feel that. Don't worry about that. We got a tournament down. You know who's going to be in town this weekend? You can imagine all the entertainment that's going to be in town this weekend. You know what I mean? You can imagine the festivities that's going to hit the city this weekend. But check this out, right? Rural Farms Arena, right? Rural Farms Arena, right? And if I'm not mistaken, right, give or take, the city morgue is only about maybe a mile and a half, you know what I mean, from the city morgue, right? So if the city morgue is about a mile and a half from the arena, then that would mean more than likely the parking garage that is being used by the morgue would be considerably close to the morgue, I would guess, right? So that would be putting that actual parking garage somewhere down in the downtown area, right? Somewhere in the downtown area. Basically, right in the midst of the festivities, right? A real weekend, that one of those almost like a real life Weekend with Bernie situation. You know what I mean? Weekend with Bernie situation. You know what I mean? Everybody turning up. Parking garage, you might be in. If you look straight over and there's another parking garage and you see no cars there, and you see no vehicles there, yeah, I wonder why we can't park in that one. Why we can't park in that parking garage? You know what I mean? Hey, man. Hey, hey, hey. But let's just say this, right? Let's just say this. This is just, let's call it a PSA, right? Call it a friendly PSA, right? A little something you should know. You know what I mean? No NBC. You know what I mean? No NBC. Just something you should know, right? So you're planning on coming in town for the festivities, right? I would advise you to leave your bullshit back where you come from. You know what I mean? Leave your bullshit back where you come from. Because if the nonsense comes to the city in any form, way, shape, or form, just know anybody that leaves here via homicide, you have to be autopsied. You're getting autopsied. So that means you're going to be placed in queue with that backlog of people that's waiting to be autopsied, right? So you might want to tell your family, oh, if I don't make it back, you know what I mean? Y'all might be able to do what y'all got. It might take y'all a month to get me back. You know what I mean? So just knowing that you might want to leave the bullshit where you coming from. You know what I mean? Just a little something to think about. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, we at the harbor though. We at the harbor. We got Candy Out. We got plenty of sites where you can be entertained. We got crabs all year round. You know what I mean? Beautiful place to visit. Beautiful place to visit. As I said before, there's no reason why we should not have the tournament here. But my problem is how nobody thought, nobody had the brain power to think about outsourcing, you know what I mean, some of this work so these people wouldn't be piled on top of each other. You know what I mean? What do we? But yeah, CIAA. You know what I mean? Who's coming to town? Let's find out who's coming to town. Let's find out who's coming to town, yo. Let's find out who's coming to town. Let's see who's going to be in town this week, right? I'm gonna see who's going to be in town this week, right? You know what I mean? We're going to see who's coming to town. I know a couple people who always get a bag and be more. You know what I mean? There's a couple hip hop artists that I know always get a bag and be more. You know what I mean? Boosie always get a bag and be more. Gotti always get a bag and be more. You know what I mean? As a few, you know what I mean? But with the tournament here, anybody that's doing numbers right now can slide through the city and get a bag this weekend. You know what I mean? 40 mil, 40 mil. They talking about 40 mil, estimated 40 mil. It's going to probably drop into the economy due to the, you know what I mean? Now, this is no slight to the people of CIAA. It's no slight to them. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? Well, man, it is what it is. Shouldn't nobody have no problem with me. I'm just running my mouth. I'm just running my mouth. The news put it out there. The internet said it. The internet said it. I'm just repeating it. You know what I mean? I'm just emphasizing. Yes. 40 M's. 40 of them joints. Like 40 of them. 40 of them. Man. How much money do you think that the city put out to get them to come here? You know what I mean? That's the thing. You know what I mean? That's what that's, you know, what they say, you know what I mean? We had to look at we had to weigh the pros and cons. You talk about something that we could have for, you know what I mean, the next 15 years, as opposed to a problem that we could only have once. Once we get rid of this problem, we learn from it and we won't repeat it again. You know what I mean? I just want to know. I just want to know who dropped. Well, I heard that they fired the medical examiner. You know what I mean? That would go without saying. That would go without saying. But I mean, how many how many how many bodies were backlogged before they decided, well, we don't feel like you're doing your job appropriately? Man, I done lost jobs for being late 5 minutes too many times. For being late for 5 minutes too many times. But you got somebody that can have more than 200 bodies piled up and you still be in position? Hey, man, I think I might be in the wrong field of work. I'm very well might be in the wrong field of work. You know what I mean? I think I'm in the wrong field of work. I had my peoples told me that we need to go into the funeral business, but I'm just not one of the. I'm just not one of the. I mean, if I had the paper, I wouldn't mind investing because you know what I mean. At this point, it's something that's going to definitely always make money, but I'm not a hands-on type of person when it comes to that type of. You know what I mean? I'm not doing the hands-on. I'm supposed to be finding. I don't know why I could talk to this goddamn phone and but I'll be still taking damn time to punch the goddamn keys. That's retard stuff right there, right? I want to see what type of entertainment. Woo! They call it Black Excellence Weekend. Black Excellence Weekend. You got the first person I saw. You got you got Monica. Monica at the Lyric. Let me see. Let me see who else. Let me see who else in town this weekend. Shit, I done fucked it up. I got to bear with me for a little bit. Y'all know I'm a little computer illiterate, but we're going to find out what kind of entertainment is coming to the city this weekend. Let's see what type of entertainment's going to be in the city this weekend. I know this. I might not be looking. I know Monica ain't the only one coming to be more this weekend. And right now, I ain't got the patience. I ain't even gonna hold you. B. Simone, Cleon, comedian dude, Ayana Van Zant. I guess she gonna fix somebody. And she gonna come here and she gonna fix somebody. Go fix the damn government. Go down there and fix that situation down there and figure out why the hell they got all them damn bodies stacked on top of each other. You feel me? DJ sign salute. Yeah, I wanna I want whatever her damn name is. I don't think that's her name. I don't know why people get in the industry and change their names and shit and Van Sant. I know goddamn well her mother ain't name her that shit. But if she's gonna be here, she need to get down there and figure out why the hell them bodies are stacked up on each other like that. Oh, she from here? I ain't know she was from here. She need to figure that out. She need to get busy. She need to get busy and figure that one out. And what's crazy is, the crazy thing is, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that then passed, right? That then passed away, and it's crazy because I was like saying to myself, "Damn, I ain't hear about this person or that person having no funeral. I ain't even hear nothing about their funeral." And and now I know why. And now I know why, because they probably ain't had no funeral yet. They probably ain't even had a funeral yet. You know what I mean? This is crazy. This is crazy. Over 200 bodies, bro. You know what I mean? Yo, over 200 bodies. That's like, man, you got to think about it. We ain't even got six. We don't have 60 murders for the year yet. So you talking over 200 bodies? That means you talking about 150 bodies, man. So that means this is crazy, man. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And they talking about wait. And it might take 2 weeks for before a person get their family member body. You know what I mean? If you got a backlog of 200 and something bodies as of last week, let me see. Let me see something. Just at this point, just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. Let me see if I can let me I want to find out if they tell, if they gonna put it out there, if they putting the information out there. You know what I mean? To see if they're gonna see exactly how they doing with the backlog since last week. How many bodies do Baltimore City Morgue have backlogged? I'm trying to get an update. All this saying it's taking me back to last week. I know they said they just hired a new they just hired a new medical examiner, and I was reading how they got so many medical examiners, and they hollered that a lot of them is about to retire. The ones they got are about to retire, and it's been hard for them to get uh uh it's hard for them to replace the ones that's leaving. You know what I mean? So they haven't been able to replace the ones that's leaving. So this is what you do. You didn't know that somebody just did you just know that somebody was leaving? They just told you they was leaving after they got backed up 100 bodies. Man, I ain't doing all this. I mean, I ain't doing all this. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I'm out of here. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Exactly, bro. Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's more bodies than a lot of cities have during the course of a year. But all of them are not actual murders. A lot of them are overdoses. You know what I mean? It could be a suspicious death. You know what I mean? Anything that they deem whereas though you didn't die in a freaking hospital, whereas though that if you didn't die in the hospital, whereas though the doctor can, you know what I mean, say the cause of death. If they don't know the actual cause of death, if it's not already a cause of death when you brought into the morgue, they got to figure it out. So, but the whole thing is ain't no right in it. Ain't no right in it. You can't make that situation right. You know what I mean? Ain't no making the situation right. You know what I mean? To just have, I mean, you telling you a freaking parking garage, bro. A freaking parking garage, bro. You know what I mean? A parking garage is doubling as a mall. You know what I mean? And it take me back, make me think back to when the whole pandemic thing started out, and they were showing them putting people from the hospital, taking them out the hospital and putting them in those tractor trailer joints. You know what I mean? Where and they was stacking them on top of each other. You know what I mean? Just stacking bags on top of bags. You know what I mean? Whereas though you got man, and you gotta have in order for a truck to stay refrigerated, it gotta be constantly running, right? Common sense, right? Common sense. So if something was to happen and the truck wasn't running no more, man, this is crazy, man. They might need that 40 mil. The city might need that 40 mil. They're gonna probably need that 40 mil. You know what I mean? They might need that 40 mil, man. Because I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want it to be said, well, you started it. I'm not even gonna be able, I'm not even gonna, it's not, the words are not even gonna come out of my mouth. The words are not gonna come out of my mouth. But like I said, if I'm not Elon Musk and I could have figured out that you should have outsourced, you know what I mean, that work to get caught up, then you got a lot of people that's probably fairly intelligent, you know, that maybe say, well, this ain't right. And I ain't standing for it. You know what I mean? I'll say that. I'll say that much. And I'll leave it right there. You know what I mean? I mean, where you had people, the words that I came across when I researched this, where you had a medical examiner saying that these bodies are actually decomposing. You know what I mean? How do you how do you actually, I mean, I know funeral directors and stuff, they do their job. There's a lot of stuff they could do with a bunch of makeup. You know what I mean? They can make you up, but you know what I mean? That's a lot of it's bigger than just cosmetically fixing up, you know what I mean, a body. You putting a bunch of mental anguish on the family, you know what I mean, on the families and stuff like that, because people can't properly, you know what I mean, properly go through the grieving process until the whole thing is over. So if you gotta wait for a whole month, a whole freaking month to get your family member body and to have services, that's dragging out your process. I mean, that's dragging your process out for a whole nother, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. This somebody got some splaining to do, man. What they say, somebody got some splaining to do. You know what I mean? That's all I'm gonna say. And well, like I say, when I tie the whole thing to the CIAA, and it's just I could hear somebody saying that the money wasn't in the budget. We didn't have money in the budget to outsource. You know what I mean? To pay to get any. You know what I mean? But buddy, buddy, hey man. Well, maybe that's why I can't find. Maybe that's why I can't find certain entertainers that I thought would have been sliding through CIAA. You know what I mean? Maybe they already know. Maybe they already know that if it go down, they're gonna be stuck. They're gonna definitely be stuck. You know what I mean? They're gonna be stuck down this joint. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. People. Hold your government officials accountable. Hold your government officials accountable. You know what I mean? They have to be held accountable. Let's find out what's going on, man. Because something ain't right. Something is not right. There's something amiss. What somebody say? There is definitely something amiss. There is definitely something amiss. Crazy shit, man. Crazy. You might say, oh, who playing? If I know who playing, I don't even really care. I don't really care who playing. Basketball teams is playing. Basketball teams is playing. College teams is playing. You know what I mean? College teams is playing. I mean, I'm just hoping that we don't have a freaking zombie apocalypse down this joint. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers wake up and head to that and go to the damn parking garage. You know what I mean? That's doubling as a freaking morgue, and all the freaking bodies gone. You know what I mean? And they wondering where, you know what I mean, the bodies at, and then, you know, a lot of them you really wouldn't really know, you know what I mean, what the hell going on, because half the time now, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't tell some of the people that you run into. Let's just say that you can run into people sometimes that sometimes actually look like zombies that just haven't laid down yet, you know. And so if they pop off and they turn into zombies, you might mistake one of them zombies for somebody that caught them a good bag or something. You know what I mean? Until they nibbling on your brain. You know what I mean? They biting, you know what I mean, trying to bite a hole in your head. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? I ain't got time for that. You know what they say? It only take one. It take one zombie. It take one zombie to kick off the whole joint. It only take one to bite the other one, and so on and so forth. And the next thing you know, look, I ain't even got a freaking passport. You know what I mean? I ain't even got a passport. Somebody got to get it together. Y'all didn't. Let me stop. Cause I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to not make me, but I don't want nobody to feel like I'm making light of anything. But what I am saying is, I want to know. I'm curious. I'm about as curious as George right now. I need to know exactly how it is that. How did you end up with a situation as such? How did you end up with a situation as such? You know what I mean? And I didn't even, and somebody just happened to tell me about this backup like a couple days ago. And they said 100, right? They tell me 100 bodies was backed up. Then I go on the internet and see that it was over 200. Over 200. Over 200. Don't come here and check out. Don't come here and check out. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Like I say, just call it a PSA from, you know what I mean, from Brother C Major. Don't come here and check out. You're going to be, you know what I mean? You come here and check out, you're gonna be in a bad way. You're gonna be in a bad way. You come here and check out. You might be next summer. Might be next summer before your people get your body. You tell your people, you tell them you trying to get your people sent home. They're gonna come back in a coffee can. You know what I mean? Yeah, they just tell you our apologies. Our apologies. You know what I mean? Something happened and man. Man. How many slogans we had with this city, man? Baltimore, the city that reads. I mean, it used to be the city that reads, but I guess we don't do a lot of thinking. You know what I mean? Is that text? Is that because I'm trying to figure out, is this textbook behavior? Is this textbook procedure how to handle a situation where you got a backup of 200 something bodies? I'm trying to figure out if I mean, who blew the whistle? Somebody had to blow the whistle because if it got that bad, if it surpassed 200, right? If it surpassed 200, somebody had to actually blow the whistle. You know what I mean? And put it out there. And it was up there before they actually fired where they actually fired the medical examiner. So y'all was actually riding with them. Y'all was actually riding with him the whole time like he was going to get caught up. What? How was he going to do that? Do you what? Man, y'all, it go. Man. Now here now if now like I said, I just said it a one or two of my lives ago. I say every mayor. I said every mayor that we done had, every mayor that we done had, that kind of look like me, right? That kind of favor me, right? Every mayor that we had that kind of favor me, right? They found a way. I mean, to tie them into some kind of BS, right? To tie them into some kind of negative BS, right? Whereas though they didn't have to worry about getting reelected, right? If they didn't go to prison, if they didn't end up in prison or in court, that they didn't have to worry about running for reelection at all, right? And here's little Michael Jackson. This is little Michael Jackson scandal right here. You know what I mean? This is little Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? This is little Michael Jackson scandal right here. You know what I mean? Because you run the city, bro. You run the city, little Mike. You know what I mean? You run the city. So when it all boils down to it, and regardless of who you say, well, this person oversees this department, bro, it's falling on you. It's going to fall on you, little Mike. And for anybody that might say just happen to tripped over the cord. Anybody that just happened to tripped over that cord, you know what I mean, that long old phone cord that you still got hooked up to your telephone in the house, you know what I mean, because you ain't realized that they have actual cordless phones. You know what I mean? If you tripped over the cord and happened to stumble across my live or whatever, or this broadcast, if you caught it later, and you was like, who was this guy talking about Lil Mike? Who was Lil Mike, right? I'm gonna show you Lil Mike, and you can see why I call him Lil Mike, right? I'm gonna show you why I call him Lil Mike, all right? I call him Lil Mike. You know what I mean? Back when Mike, if you ever caught Mike, call him Lil Mike, man. What you talking about? What you talking about? Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, man. I'm gonna get myself in trouble, man. Man, it's a compliment, man. It's a compliment, man. It's a compliment, man. Somebody call you Lil Mike, man. Shit, I mean, you chose the hairstyle. I didn't put that on you. I didn't put that hairstyle on you. You did that. You chose that hairstyle, brother. I want to show y'all, right? Trying to let me show, right? Shut up. Okay, check this out, right? Hopefully y'all can see this, right? Y'all see this? I want y'all to see this, right? You see it? That's Lil Mike, right? That's Lil Mike. That's our mayor, right? That's our mayor, Lil Mike, right? No, his name Brandon Scott, right? I mean, his name Brandon Scott, but that's Lil Mike, right? I call him Lil Mike. That's my man. That's my man, Lil Mike. You know what I mean? Lil Mike got some thug in him. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Lil Mike got some thug in him. You know what I mean? But yeah, he got some thug in him. So don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted at all. And I don't want no troubles, Lil Mike. Like I say, it was a compliment. It's a compliment, bro. You know what I mean? It's a compliment. You know what I mean? I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? But watch your back, bro. Because this scandal is going to interfere with your reelection, brother. Them people that stacked on top of each other in that parking garage, you know what I mean? Their family members are your constituents, the people that you're going to need for to vote for you during your reelection. You know what I mean? You know, that's if you didn't know. I'm putting you, you know what I mean? And I know there's some think tanks going on where as though some blame is being shifted around and y'all trying to figure out where to throw the, you know what I mean? But I got CIAA to come here. I got CIAA to come to town though. You know what I mean? You better hope it goes down without a hitch. It better go down without a hitch. You know what I mean? I already said. You know what I mean? I already said. I already said it. You trust and believe me. If if one person, if one, well, I ain't gonna say if one person get a scratch, get a scratch on them. You know what I mean? Anywhere near downtown. You know what I mean? And let's just say it's Reynolds. You know what I mean? It's Reynolds, Saran, any kind of rap you choose. It's a rap. You know what I mean? You can forget him coming back. I think they got it locked in. Well, I think they locked in for like 2 years. 2 or 3 years. I think they locked in. I think they might be locked in through 24. I think they got it locked in for like 2 or 3 years. But I think they was going for an extension. They going for an extension, right? They trying to lock them in for, you know what I mean, some more years. But this one has to go down without a hitch, right? Because you know what, all the other different things they got coming to the city and how they trying to beautify, they trying to bring a, you know what I mean? But you got, you know what I mean? Man. So who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Luckily, don't nobody listen to me, right? Luckily, don't nobody listen to me. You know what I mean? If somebody do listen to me and shit, they don't tell nobody else. They don't tell nobody else, right? You know what I mean? But somebody know I'm live. You know what I mean? Because and it'd be crazy because it seemed like every time I want to go live or whatever, I always had somebody that always end up right in front of the door. Right? Somebody always right in front of the door. You know what I mean? But it's all good. It is what it is. Welcome to Be More. Welcome to Be More. Welcome to Be More, where we stack more. Welcome to Be More, where we stack more. You could be the next layer. You could be the next layer. You ask a motherfucker, might come to you and say, yo, I heard so-and-so passed. I heard so-and-so passed away, but I didn't hear nothing about when their funeral was going to be. I ain't hear nothing about them having the funeral yet. Oh, they chilling. They chilling. They chilling. Literally. They just chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah, they passed away 3 weeks ago, a month ago, but they chilling. They just chilling. You know what I mean? They just chilling. Literally. They just chilling. He downtown. He chilling downtown. He downtown chilling. You know what I mean? At the parking lot. He down at the parking lot. He in the parking lot. He in the parking lot chilling. And I might not want to go to work tomorrow. Think I might want to call an Uber. I might want to call an Uber tomorrow. I might want to call an Uber tomorrow. I might call an Uber. I might call an Uber. I'll find somebody else to start the car for me. Get somebody to start the car for me. This motherfucker nigga. This nigga don't know what to say out of his mouth. He trying to fuck up the bag. He trying to mess up the bag. He trying to mess up the bag. No, I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm trying to be helpful. I'm trying to help anybody that's coming in town. You know what I mean? Let them know that they got to lead the BS back there, because if it pop off down here, it's going to get tricky. It's going to get tricky. You know what I mean? It's going to get tricky and it's going to get sticky because you're going to be stuck. You know what I mean? It's going to get tricky then sticky because you're going to be stuck. Believe that. And then you won't even be priority. You won't even be priority because you are out of towner. You are out of towner, so you're not even priority. You really get pushed to the back of the, you know what I mean? Yeah, So, you know what I mean? So catch your game. So catch your game. By all means, catch your game. Get you something to eat. And get your ass back in your hotel room. Do that. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. That way. That way. You know what I mean? In that order. In that order. Catch your game. You can walk from the arena. You can walk down, have you a nice little leisurely walk to the inner harbor. Go get you a crab cake or something. You know what I mean? Get you a crab cake platter or something like that. And then you can walk back to your hotel. You know what I mean? Beautiful Baltimore experience. Beautiful Baltimore experience. Just stay away from the drama. Stay away from the drama because you don't want to get, you know what I mean? You don't want to become gorilla glued. You know what I mean? You don't want to become gorilla glued down here. Just, it ain't something I made up. I'm just speaking on what I found upon the Google. You know what I mean? I'm speaking about what I found on the Google. You know? And it ain't just me ranting as far as my own personal, you know what I mean, situation or whatever. You know what I mean? This is crazy. You know what I mean? This is just insanity. You know what I mean? Pure insanity. And I'm just trying to figure out. I can't figure it out. Because if only thing that's making me think that I could have a pretty good shot in politics. You know what I mean? That's what it make me realize that I could have a pretty good shot in politics. That I could actually run for office. And if I could get the backing, if I could get the backing of people, then I could actually do a better job. Then I could actually do a better job. Because right now I don't know what the qualifications of being in these positions are. I think it's just show up. That's what I think the qualifications are. To be in these actual seats are just that you show up to the meetings. You know what I mean? Show up, be able to, you know what I mean, avoid certain, you know what I mean, be able to maneuver and avoid certain answering certain stuff or whatever truthfully, and that's it. Basically lie. You know what I mean? Show up and be able to lie. Be a good liar and show up. I mean, let me know if I say something wrong. If I said something wrong, please let me know that I'm off in my analysis. If I'm off in any way in my analysis of city government, let me know. Let me know. And I'll gladly apologize if I'm off. If I'm off. Because I'm sure you people come in and they aren't actually crunching no numbers or whatever. You got people that do that. You got this person that crunched the numbers or whatever, and then they bring certain stuff to you, and then you sign off on it. You know what I mean? So the only thing that you do is say, "Oh, are you sure this right? Is this what you think this best?" Okay, well now that's how we're gonna run with that then. You know what I mean? You can't do it. I'm quite sure me and a couple of my people, can. I think we could run a city budget. I think we can run a city budget. You know what I mean? Me and a couple of my people could run a city budget. Yeah, I know we could. And that ain't even a joke. That ain't even a joke. I could put a cabinet together that could probably run the budget better than those, and I'm not even going to put a name on it, better than those who have been given the task. I mean, I would have had the sense. How can you not know about? I mean, how could you? Because I know what's going to be said once it comes down the pipe. Because the news is already out there, and like I said, I don't watch the news, so I don't know if it's been a news conference where Lord Mike been under fire for it. You know what I mean? But I can imagine with him what he's saying. It didn't come to my attention. This is just coming to my attention. You know what I mean? And once I review everything, then I'll be able to answer appropriately. You know what I mean? If that ain't a politically correct answer for your ass right there, you know what I mean? Only thing I need is my little placard with my name on it. You know what I mean? And my title underneath it. You know what I mean? But I need y'all vote. I'm gonna need y'all vote. And you can first vote. You can cast your very first vote today by pressing that like button, pressing the subscribe button if you ain't already a family member. But if you already are a family member, if you're looking at this broadcast right now and subscribe is not in red, if it says subscribed with a D on it, please don't touch it. If it's red and said subscribe, go ahead, touch it. Go ahead, touch it. Touch it. Go ahead, touch it. I dare you touch it. If it says subscribe and it's red, I dare you touch it. I dare you touch it. And then once you touch that, it's a bell beside it. I double dare you touch the bell, ding dong. I dare you. Come on through, y'all. We partying. If you ain't in town, if you're thinking about coming out, come on out. Come on out. Let me know you in town. This fucking mic ain't no joke. You know what I mean? Take you downtown and let's go get a sandwich or something. Get a sandwich or something. Yeah, go get a crab cake sandwich. Find a spot that ain't by a parking lot or a parking garage. I do you that one. I mean, we will not be eating by any parking garages. We will not be doing that. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. So I repeat, I do repeat. And anybody that get this broadcast or whatever, I'm serious. I might have said a little thing and you know what I mean, they're a little ranting and stuff like that. But in all seriousness, if you came through and you try to figure out what the hell is he talking about or whatever. Yeah, it says CIA thing you might want to know. Stay your ass out of trouble. That's what you ought to know. Stay your ass out of trouble while you in B more, because it's B more. Stay your ass out of trouble, because if you get stuck down here, you're gonna get stuck down here. And that's all I really wanted to tell you. And let you know that this is what's happening. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. And it's kind of like how people, pros and cons, how people look at things, what's important. You know what I mean? How people view things, the importance of certain things. And it shows you that and they vie to get, you know what I mean, this event to come to town, that they bust their whole ward. You know what I mean? They bust their whole ward. You know what I mean? And that's just that. Russia got up in here kind of late today. I'm disappointed at you, Russia. I'm disappointed in you, Russia. You usually tap in earlier than that. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Russia kind of busy. Russia kind of busy right now. They busy with Ukraine. Russia busy with the Ukraine, so yeah, so they, you know what I mean, they a little slow right now. You know what I mean? But I don't want no smoke. I ain't, you know what I mean? I had to get you up out of here, Russia, but I don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? I don't want no smoke. I would have loved to know, but without having to ask. The person that been sitting in that spot the longest. What's the longest they didn't held somebody in there? Because usually they only keep you for like 30 days. And then they oven you. You know what I mean? They keep you for like 30. They used to keep you for like 30 days. If it was that, then you was going in the oven. You know what I mean? But now they can't even open you up. They not even opening you up. I'm dying. I just want to know how deep they didn't got in the backlog since they didn't got a new examiner. The hell is it? Pardon me. Yeah. I ain't had much. Like I say, it's just certain things I come across. Certain things I come across that just wow me so much. That be so freaking amazing. And not amazing to the point that it's a remarkable type of amazing. It's just a stupidity type of amazing. Like the void, just the whole void of common sense. Just had me wondering when the hell common sense is going to come back in style. When is common sense going to become popular again? I need to know. If not, we doomed. You got Russia trying to strengthen itself with the help of China. China already said that they bracing for something. You know what I mean? People better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Months ago, about a month, at least a month or two ago, China was telling its citizens to stock up on food, non-perishables. You better start paying attention. Everybody worrying about stuff that don't make no that don't make sense. Ooh, that's a bright star. That's a really bright star. Ooh, it's getting closer and closer. You see that? That must be a shooting star. That must be a shooting star. Why that star look like it's getting closer and closer? I can't. And I'm not even a high school graduate. But yet you know people that then went in debt, that then went into debt for college careers, right? Went into debt for these college careers and don't even have the common sense that I have. Riddle me that. Maybe I should open up a school. Wait a minute, man. I might be here. I might be on to something. What's today's date? Man, I ain't even got my watch on. What's today's date? Day 24. I'm sorry. It'll be timestamped. It'll be timestamped. But right here, right now, I'm introducing my new endeavor, my new school. I got a school coming. The C Major School of Thought. No. The C Major. No. Fuck that. The Mind of Major School of Common Sense. There you go. That's the one right there. The C. Keep saying the C. God damn it. The Mind of Major School of Common Sense. That way I don't have to be accredited. You know what I mean? I don't have to be accredited. You know what I mean? And yeah. And I can, you know what I mean, give my vast array of knowledge. I can share my vast array of knowledge. With all of that, you go straight up. Straight up. Share my vast array of knowledge with all of those college graduates, you know what I mean, that couldn't find common sense and none of the books that they've read. And it's an online school. It's an online school. Yeah. Online school. Shit. I gotta look into this. You can pay your tuition via Cash App. You say classes are started depending on what level, because I would have to do assessments first. It all depends on what level of intelligence you have on a common sense level. It depends on how much work I would have to do. So prices of classes would vary. Intermediate to advanced. I'm gonna learn you something. Just know that. You come to the Mind of Major School of Common Sense. I'm gonna learn you something before you leave here. And somebody will have the common sense to say, how you gonna teach somebody something? And he gonna say, he gonna learn you something when he should have said, I'm gonna teach you something. No, because your teachers try to teach you something and you don't have any common sense now. So why would I try to use the same method? No, I'm gonna learn you something. I'm going to make sure you get it. They were just teaching you. I'm going to learn you. I'm going to make sure you get it. See, grammar. He don't even use correct grammar. How would you know? Because someone else told you what correct grammar is? Were you around when the language was created? No, you weren't. So you don't even know if you are using correct grammar or not. Were you taught by the one who created it? If not, then you aren't 100% sure. So I'll leave that there. That's the first lesson. That's your first homework. To answer that question truthfully. Would it be better to be taught? Would you rather have someone teach you something or someone learn you something? See, I used to laugh when I had elders tell me that back in the day. I learned you something. I used to find it funny. They don't even know how to talk. You say the same thing until I found out the difference. Difference in the words. Sometimes you got to keep your head on. Sometimes it's best to keep your head on. Cat, hat, thinking, cat, thinking, hat. You know what I mean? Thinking hood. Stay tuned. It gets complex. It gets complex sometimes, but not really. It's complex sometimes, but not really. Then what are you saying? It's all about how you look at it. It's all about how you see it. It's all about how you see it. The person is the person. The person is who makes it complex. That makes anything complex. Nothing is complex. It's all about how you choose to view it. Because you can walk away from it and it's no longer complex. You can close your eyes to it and it's no longer complex because it's no longer there. It's no longer an issue. You hear me? No, I ain't started doing none of that yet. Ain't no, I ain't do no rinse. I ain't do no rinses. I don't have I don't have no tools over here. I don't have no tools. We we are a censor free. We are a censor free community. There's no censorship. Only thing that gets censored over here is Russia, because we don't have a. We tend not to have a. You know what I mean? No belligerency or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because more so, it's nobody here like that, or if they happen to come through, they don't happen to say stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm troll free for the moment. That's gonna take a minute. That's gonna come with the interviews. That'll come after I start putting the interviews on there. But I got other stuff. Every time I say I was gonna do stuff, every time I plan on doing stuff, something comes up. But it wouldn't be life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. See that, and see, you know what I mean? Once I get that type of flow, then that's when I hand them out. Yeah, we definitely gonna do that. We definitely gonna do that. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. We definitely gonna do that. Know what I mean? I'm just lining up some things and dealing with some personal stuff at the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. My word is me. You feel me? My word is me. You know what I mean? Definitely. My word is me. We definitely gonna do that. I wouldn't even said it in straight up T. You know what I mean? See, and I'm a vibe dude, right? I do everything off vibe. You know what I mean? I do everything off vibrations. You feel me? I don't. You know what I mean? I came in contact with a bunch of people through YouTube, right? You know what I mean? All right, that's what's good. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, we gonna do that though. We gonna do that. We definitely gonna do that. It's like I say, I vibe. You know what I mean? See, I rock with you. I rock with you, and there's a couple people I rock with. Dude, that's what you know what I mean. You might not see me. Well, you definitely don't see me coming through, but a handful of. I only come through on a handful of joints, pages, and stuff, right? See, because I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not a drama type. You know what I mean? I'm not a type. I really don't do drama. You know what I mean? I definitely don't do drama like that. So I don't follow a whole bunch of stuff like that. I rock with, you know what I mean, with certain people. When I try to, like, when I, you know what I mean, when I lock in with certain people, you know what I mean, I be more like on a personal, you know what I mean, and I do things off of vibration. You feel me? But if I said, you know what I mean, we definitely gonna do that though, and I wouldn't tell it. I wouldn't just tell anybody that, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's definitely going. You know what I mean, yeah, but I feel you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. Showing up. You know what I mean? Like I say, you know what I mean? I just tapped in. I be just tapping in because I be trying to. I mean, I barely come on here once or twice a week. I keep saying I'm gonna do this and do that, but like I say, certain stuff keep coming up, be popping up or whatever. Whereas though I can't really concentrate when I keep saying I'm gonna start doing things more regularly. But after I take care of the situation at hand, you know what I mean? Oh, without a doubt. I only know one way. I only know one way. You know what I mean? I only know one way. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know what I mean? And like I say, if I put anybody on here like that, it's definitely gonna be a positive thing or whatever. Because I ain't gonna have nobody coming through and you know what I mean. When that from the time I started this joint or whatever, or putting stuff up or whatever, I said I wasn't dealing with no drama. I was trying to do things where as though somebody somewhere gets something from it. Even when I post a video, is when I do a video or something, I might be clowning around or something like that. But hey, I even put a message in that somewhere. Even if I'm clowning, I'm putting a message in it somewhere at some point because I understand people, you know what I mean, attention span. A lot of time people attention spans are not that great. So, you know what I mean, you got to give them some type of humor or whatever to lock them in, and, you know what I mean, in order to give them the message or whatever. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But like I say, but when I do it, I want to be able to keep it. You know what I mean? I want to be able to keep it showing up, going. You know what I mean? I want to be able to keep it showing up consistent. But I got you. You definitely going. You know what I mean? I'm a definitely. You know what I mean? We gonna do that. Like I said, if like I said, I didn't. Man, the thing that be tripping me out. You know what be tripping me out for real? And see, outside, I'm, 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 I'm be more, I'm be more all my life, right? And I mean, I got family in New York, shit like that. You know what I mean? But I ain't never lived nowhere but Baltimore, so a lot of that stuff is shit that people, you know what I mean? I started messing with this through people from New York, actually. You know what I mean? Being talking to people in New York, whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna say just get involved with certain stuff that I know nothing about. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that ain't my business. I might tap in, I might listen to, you know what I mean, or whatever. And if the situation, if the conversation switch to something else, I might give my opinion or whatever, or say something. But as far as speaking on certain things that ain't my business, I don't have no business speaking on it. That's just my, you know what I mean, my thing. But that's why I don't follow a bunch of stuff. I can't tell you, you know what I mean? Other than I came in fucking with War, you know what I mean? Plugged in the Mac. Think Quinn, you, and outside of that, I'm gonna be straight up honest. Outside of that, ain't too many people that pages I even been on before. You know what I mean? I might be on a page and it might just be listening. You know what I mean? It might just be listening to what's going on. You know what I mean? Just giving that giving that time, letting that person get that time. Just vibing, you know, just catching the vibe. But I see, you know, this whole YouTube, for the most part, this whole YouTube thing, and it's so much. Most of the people that come through this thing, man, they so caught up in the whole drama thing. I done had enough drama. You know what I mean? I didn't live through enough drama for 5 lifetimes. You know what I mean? I done lived through enough drama for 5 lifetimes. I definitely don't need YouTube for no drama. You know what I mean? That's the last place I need drama from. You know what I mean? Facts. You feel me? That way. Hey, I'm using this for real. I'm using it as a kind of like a tool to like as a way that like doing penance or something. You know what I mean? Giving back. You know what I mean? Trying to offset the scales. You know what I mean? Trying to balance the scales a little bit. You know what I mean? All this stuff that I done in my life that no wasn't right. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to do some right. I'm trying to do some right now, or trying to give a message or something somewhere. You know what I mean? To try to balance them scales so when it all go black, you know what I mean? So when everything go black, that the scales be at least almost balanced. You know what I mean? I ain't planning on taking up no time. I usually rant for 2 hours or whatever and hop off of this joint. I just actually had that come across my eyes. That just shows you just how in tune I am what's going on. That this whole CIAA thing is supposed to be something big. It's supposed to be something big. And I hadn't even knew that it was here. I didn't even know that it was here. I didn't even know that it was here. You know what I mean? You have a bunch of people that will use that, would actually use that, and would probably be all downtown getting footage, and you know what I mean? I'm not doing none of that. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not doing all that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm doing. But I just had a problem. Not necessarily a problem, but I was just confused a little bit how it ended up here, and we could be dealing with the situation that we're dealing with right now here, and yet we had the funds, you know what I mean, to get this event to come here, you know what I mean? Just to make somebody say, well, damn. You know what I mean? It makes one person say, well, damn, that's really happening. You know what I mean? And then to make somebody else think just the fact that it is what it is. This this event tends to bring a lot of people from out of town. You know what I mean? And stuff happens. You know what I mean? Stuff happens. But it's to let a person know that just if you had the idea of I'm gonna catch this person, I'm gonna catch this person at CIAA this year. You know what I mean? In any situation, in most situations, rather, the situation is going to go left for somebody, right? And if you come in with that type of attitude or whatever, and it happens to go left for you, just know that you're going to be in Baltimore far longer than you planned on being here. You know what I mean? And maybe not in a way that you even expected. Not even in the way you expected. You know? But it is what it is. But other than that, I ain't got much. I ain't got much at all. I was just on my little 2-hour rant, and I appreciate those that tapped in for my little rant tonight. I appreciate those who might happen to trip over something and come across my little broadcast for the day. And if that happens, if you happen to trip over something and stumble onto my broadcast or whatever, as you're falling, make sure you stick your finger out and hit the subscribe button. But if you plan on attempting to catch yourself as you're falling, put both hands out and put one finger on the subscribe button and put the other finger on the like button. You know what I mean? Do that. already, bike life. But as we get up out of here, I got one thing I always say, and that's great minds think alike. And everybody got greatness in them. You just never know when somebody's going to come along and pull that greatness up out of you. So to the next time, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share. It's your boy C Major. 2 in the air. To the next time, people. To the next time.